Hello Aquarius, this is your love reading for March 2018. So let's see what we have for you guys. So I have to remind you that this is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone. It may just apply to just a few, or maybe more, or maybe just one. I don't know. I said my intention that whoever needs to hear it, a message, I hope that the cards will deliver it. So let's see who we have a message for this time. Okay, Aquarius, March 2018. Aquarius. Oops. Okay. All right. Let's see. Here we have Four of Wands. Ooh, Five of Cups. Kind of similar to Sagittarius, I think. Let's see. Ooh. Seven of Swords. Ace of Cups. And so you're dealing with someone who's not being honest with you. We have the Seven of Swords. With someone who's trying to deceive you in a way, who's not being honest, who's not telling you the truth, who's being sneaky, sneaking around, maybe cheating, maybe, I don't know, not this lack of honesty and transparency and truthfulness, and you're upset about it, you're sad, the feeling of loss. Maybe you found out and it's kind of devastating for you, and it's ruined this nice, happy, like stability that you thought you had. This Four of Wands, the happy home, nice stable home, and you're co-creating, or you're with someone in a relationship and you think it's stable, so it kind of ruined that. For you to get your flow back with this Ace of Cups, you kind of have to become aware of this type of attitude of people that are self-centered. With this Five of Swords here, the self-centered selfishness, win at all costs, not really caring about others. So I guess this is the energy from this partner, this person that you're involved with. This is their energy. You have to deal with that. You have to become aware of that. You have to be more cautious when you're dealing with people like that, and maybe recognize the sign and not put up with it, not put up with selfish behavior. Let's see. In this particular relationship, what should you do? It's the Empress. You still need to be. Let's see. Let me see. Need to do. Yeah, because they're acting like this because they're in fear and in lack, and they're not connected towards no. You have to look for justice. So yeah, no, it's kind of saying the same message. It's like you have to be fair and stick to what is right, and be fair and just to yourself. And you have to, with this, this is the Empress. This has the energy sometimes of nurturing, and you can nurture yourself, nurture like feminine energy, loving, nurturing. Maybe some time to give that love to yourself, nurture yourself. because you've been disappointed. Maybe you've given so much and they've just taken from you, and they're just being self-obsessed, self-involved, self-absorbed, and it's coming from a place of lack. That's why they're acting like this. They're in the victim mentality. They're not facing the reality. There's some trauma, whatever they have, that it drives them to have this type of behavior. They're in the feeling of lack, and that's why they're acting like they're acting. They're being disingenuous, not honest, and it's because they're selfish and focused on themselves. And what you need to do, stand in the truth. This final judgment, this is truth. Things will need to be revealed. Things need to come to the light, be revealed. And don't compromise with lies. Don't accept lies. Don't accept bad behavior. Don't accept this type of energy in your life and around you. You have to be fair to yourself. It's also the justice kind of feeling. Things need to be set straight, and you need to the truth reveal. The judgment, everyone will need to pay for whatever they're doing. They have to be held accountable to what they're doing. You cannot allow them to have this behavior. They have to be held accountable, and you have to time to for your flow to have flow. This Ace of Cups, this overflow. I feel like you give too much. You're taking advantage, and it's overflowing, and you need to kind of be careful with that and give some to yourself, give some love to yourself. Stop pouring everything on them and give them everything, and you're left with nothing, and then you're disappointed because they don't treat you okay. So you need to stand in the truth. You need to be honest with yourself, hold them accountable, hold also yourself accountable, and for mistreating yourself. So you need to, I think it's time to give some of that love to yourself. Take care of yourself, and don't, how to say this, don't settle with bullshit. You have to be fair. You have to be fair to yourself. And yeah, this is what I can say, is like, love yourself, take care of yourself. In a relationship, you should be on equal grounds when you're co-creating together. And if you're just being you, who's the one who's giving, and they're just taking because they're too selfish and too focused on themselves, and they do this, maybe not necessarily because they're evil or anything like this. It comes from fear. It comes from this victim mentality of not having. And that's why because sometimes when you're suffering, you're too focused on yourself. When you're in deep suffering and you have deep wounds, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person, but it means that because of that suffering, you're becoming self-centered. You're only focusing on yourself, and you don't see others. You only see yourself. You only see your needs. So this is kind of his or her energy of, that's why they're being sneaky. That's why they're not being honest. That's why they feel like they have to get something, because they're in the victim mentality deep down, because they think they lack something, and because they're afraid and in pain and in suffering. So there's this pain and feeling of lack behind all this bad behavior, but this does not excuse it. You have to be fair. The judgment card, things have to be set straight. You have to be honest. And it doesn't say like give up the relationship, or like, no, it says maybe you don't have to like completely give up on someone. You can just take some distance and focus on yourself, put them on timeout or something like this. It depends. You can give them up if you don't love them. If you're not that well connected, it's better off, let them learn their lesson, like if you don't. But sometimes when you have too strong of an attachment, you kind of don't want to give up, or And in that, when you feel like you can't, like you don't have to, but you can go back to yourself and put focus on yourself and take some distance from them and take some, like, disconnect from them. You don't have to, you know, be this victim who gives and then feels like shit because they're treating you like, you know, they're not being honest with you, and they're not considering your needs, they're being selfish. So take that back and give it to yourself. Take the love, give it to yourself. Love yourself, empower yourself, and sit with the truth. Don't how to say, don't do yourself wrong. You have to, everyone has to be held accountable for what they're doing. Don't pass it through, don't put it under the rug. Like, everyone needs to be accountable for what they're doing. So yeah, this is kind of the card you kind of need right now to nourish yourself and take care of yourself, and focus on yourself and learn how to give love to yourself and come into this balanced place, and don't settle for bullshit. Don't put up with the bullshit and the lies and the selfishness. You don't deserve to put up with that. You don't deserve that. You deserve to be treated with respect, with honesty, and you deserve to be given love, unconditional love and support too. It's not right that you're the only one who gives it. You're supposed to receive it. So if they don't give you, if they treat you like shit, like, don't put up with that. Just don't. Hold them accountable. Sit in the truth. Sit with the truth. Hold them accountable. And you don't need to fight sometimes, because sometimes when you fight with someone, when you're just attacking them, the first impulse is to defend themselves. You can, like, tell them how you feel, or expose the truth as how you see it, but without attacking or without anger or without, you know, but you have to stand in the truth and be honest with yourself, and um, how to say, demand that they treat you right. And if they don't, then bye Felicia. Something like this. So if you resonated with this, I hope it helped, and if you don't, then good. I hope next time I get a message for you. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Bye bye.